Hey guys, do you want to see something really cool? Well, the Freddy Krueger Repertoire just got even bigger. I'm scrolling down the chapters. We've got so many chapters. The Miles Defense versus the King's Gambit is new. I'm just going to show you the one line. Now, I didn't come up with this. Lucan recommended this to me, so thanks again for that. I'm just going to show you literally the main line. So let's hit preview. And we're going to play it against the King's Gambit, so we're going to get all this stuff. Now, I mean, King's Gambit's been one of those openings that I've struggled against in the past, because it's not like super common, like the Italian and stuff, that you get it all the bishops opening, you get them all the time. But again, and also I do find that King's Gambit players tend to be aggressive and tactical, and it's like, I enjoy a lot of the games, but I don't win a lot of them. And I've been playing this kind of goofy C6 thing, and then knight here and there and whatever. But this is even cooler. Now, what's really interesting is that in the Krueger Repertoire, I was also suggested this line against the Vienna, right? Where if they play two, so they haven't played the pawn here. This isn't on the board, this pawn's back there. They play the knight here. We're going to play knight c6, and then you play f5 against practically anything that white does, right? And the great thing about this Miles defense, one of the great things, is that you do exactly the same thing. So we're going to play the knight out to there, and literally 86% of the time, you don't need to prepare against any of the moves. They're going to play their knight here. That's what King's Gambit people do. They love it. And we are going to whack out the Krueger move, pawn to f5. Now let me show you the main line. The main line is they will accept the undefended pawn. Okay. Now in the entire Freddy Krueger Repertoire, if you get the opportunity to abuse this knight, you're going to do it. Okay. So we move the pawn forward and he comes in. We have a rule. Is queen h5 check on? Well, it is. So I'm going to play knight f6. They come out to here. We know exactly what to do. The knight defends d4. The queen defends, sorry, d5. The queen defends. So we push the pawn to d5 with tempo. And we recapture our pawn. Okay. And then it's like, oops. Oh no. Right, my queen is under attack. But if I take, that is a fork on king and rook. So pause if you would like to. And figure out what you would actually play here as black. Because there's a sting in the tail here. You take the knight, right, and then you move your king to f7. e7 is also okay, and 93% of the time, in the 1400 to 1800 range, which is what I'm using for that course, they snatch the rook. And what's wrong with this picture? Pause if you need to. It's another standard thing in the idea in the whole Krueger Repertoire that people who have bought the course will have seen before. Bishop g4. And she got nowhere to run to because the pawn's too far forward. Right, the f-pawn's moved. The queen is going to be lost. Now it's only minus 1.8 in eval here. Because white is actually plus 6 material at this moment in time. So if they trade off the queen for that, it's equal actually material, but black wins 85% of games from here. This bishop's hanging of course as well, so they're going to need to retrieve that, try and get it back to safety. Even though our king has lost castling rights, black wins 85% of games. I would imagine, because I've seen enough of this in the Charlic, that sometimes a player goes, oh, I lose my queen, I have to resign, right? Like they've got Mr. Scheibel over the board going, you resign now, child, you know. It's not rules, it's sportsmanship. So yeah, what a line, what a trap. Love it, love it, love it. And those guys are all the most common moves that white plays. So that's all very good. And there's another 9 chapters on there, another 9 lines that you might see. It's all fine, and it's all, what I love about this is we are taking what we already know as Krueger Repertoire players, and we're finding out it works against the Scotch, it works against obviously the Italian, the Spanish, we've got the Ponziani counter gambit against the Ponziani, we've got the Calabrese counter gambit against the Bishop's opening, but also working now against the Vienna and working against the King's Gambit. So it's like a complete toolkit for e4, e5. Loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And all the other lines as well, by the way, all the random lines, all those non-standard openings, right? F5. It works really, really well. Incredible, incredible. So anyway, if you haven't bought the course, why haven't you bought the course? Because it's less than half price. It's $29, right? Which is the price of one shoe, okay? But only in February. You put in the code NIGHTMARE, all in caps, and it'll knock $30 off the price. It's going to go back up to $59 on the 1st of March. But in the month of February, you've got 15 days left to get it for less than half price. Support the channel, support me. Thank you very much. See you later.